Today at death's door, I saw a woman with advanced dementia, and at one point in the visit, I just knew that she was going to die. And I want to talk to you about that intuition, but I don't think that's a fair thing to call it. So when I arrived, she was breathing a little bit irregular, about 22 breaths a minute. The social worker had just left. We kind of tag teamed. The nurse had been there before her. This patient didn't have any family involved, so the facility staff at this nursing home and the hospice staff kind of become surrogate people to be present with her. And so I started with really simple music, a little bit steady and a little bit repetitive, cycling these chords. With advanced dementia, sometimes just doing the same thing over and over again is its own sort of familiarity and own sort of reassurance. So I just kind of stuck with her. Occasionally pausing, holding her hand, talking to her. Went on for a while. After about 40 minutes maybe, I was kind of wondering, is that enough? Am I done? Is this, And I had been playing a little bit, and I went and I touched her hand again, and in touching her hand, I knew, like, she's gonna die while I'm here, and I'm gonna stick around and I'm gonna stick with her. And I knew, and I say it because, like, it's not intuition in this mystical sense, maybe, or maybe it is, I don't know. But here's the thing. Her breaths had slowed a little bit. I counted again, down from 22 to 18, which is not that significant. A little shift, and a little more irregular. And when I had first was holding her hand and talking to her, she was warm and a little clammy. And that was the thing that stuck in my head, that her skin was a little clammy to the touch. And so now when I went and held her hand again, it wasn't as warm. And it was just like, boom, that was like those three little shifts, tiny bit of deeper or slower breaths, tiny bit of increased irregularity in her breathing, and then she had lost some of that heat that she had producing. And so then that was clear to me. Oh no, I'm staying, and I'm gonna stick with her. And so as I sat with her and things gradually slowed down, I did slow the music a little bit because I'm sticking with her breaths. But I put in this little sort of descending these chord structures. But again, really repeating, really letting this become familiar for her. Adding my voice a little bit on just vowels. After about maybe 20 more minutes like that, her breathing had slowed to like 12 per minute. And so to me, this is a big significant change. So I would probably call those, like, she's getting into what we would call last breaths, where things are so slow and so irregular that it's not something she's going to come back from. And as she slows, I don't want to slow the music too much. It loses a little bit of its coherence. So as she tapered down really gently, I changed the character of the music to be a little more expansive, kind of almost maybe counterintuitively. She's getting more still. I could get more still. Instead, I kind of take over the movement that she's leaving behind. She died really gently, really peacefully. And I just felt really privileged to sit with her, but also to know what to look for. And I think that's what intuition is. It's informed attention. It's knowing what to pay attention to, what to look for, and then paying attention to it. So, and I mentioned it also, I'm a music thanatologist, and I think that this is a learnable, teachable thing. And there's a school where you can learn to do this. The School of Music-thanatology. It's called the Accorda Music-thanatology Institute. It's part of the reason for these videos, to bring awareness that this is a thing. You can learn to do this in the world. So check out accordaschool.org. Thanks, I'm Tony Peterson.